In this lecture, we are going to learn how we can read the value of a route parameter from an incoming request. Now, before we learn how we can do that from our Express application, let's first briefly try to understand what do we mean by a route parameter. So, route parameters are the named URL segments that are used to capture the values specified at their position in the URL. Now, what do we mean by that? So, in our Express application, we can define a route where some part of the route will be constant. So for example, this root URL slash API slash v1 slash movies, this will be constant, but the other segments of the route can have dynamic value. So for that, we use route parameters. And in an Express app, in order to specify the route parameter, we use colon followed by a name for that route parameter. So in this URL endpoint, we are specifying two route parameters, name and genre. And I can say that these are route parameters because if you notice, before these names, we are using a colon. So this colon specifies that here we are creating a route parameter. So route parameters are also a URL segment, but the value for the route parameter will be dynamic. When we specify a URL, there we will have to pass a value for this name route parameter and for this genre route parameter. Let's take another example. So in this example again, this root URL slash API slash v1 slash hotels, this is constant. This will be there in the URL. But after that, we are specifying an ID route parameter. And this is a route parameter because we are specifying it by prefixing it with a colon. So this colon specifies that this ID is a route parameter. So when we will make a request to this endpoint, there, this part, this localhost port number 3000 slash API slash v1 slash hotels, this will be constant. But for this ID route parameter, we can have any value. For example, here, if you see, for this route, the endpoint will look something like this, where we are specifying a value 2 for the ID route parameter. Then if I make another request with a different ID value, here you see, now this part, this root URL slash API slash v1 slash hotels, this is constant. But for the ID route parameter, we are specifying a value 100. So you see, the value of this route parameter is changing. If I make another request with a different ID, let's say ID value 270, then this request will also match this route. But there, the value of ID route parameter will be 270. Okay, so in our Express application, when we want to specify a route segment, which is going to be the route parameter in that endpoint, we can use a colon, and after that, we need to specify a name for that route parameter. And when we will make a request from the client for this route, there we will pass a value for this ID route parameter. So from our Express application, we would want to use the value of that route parameter. So let's see how we can read the value of a route parameter from Express application. Let's go to VS Code. And here in the app.js file, currently we have two routes, two endpoints. This endpoint where we are handling the GET request, and on the same endpoint, we are also handling a POST request. Now I'm going to create another route where I'm going to handle a GET request, but this time I'm going to handle a GET request on root URL slash API slash v1 slash hotels slash an ID value, for example, 10. Okay, so this last segment of the URL can change. Its value can be 1, 2, 100, 1000, 10,000, anything. And based on this value, let's say this is the value of the ID for the hotel object. So based on this value, we want to select that hotel object from this hotels.json file whose ID matches the value of this segment of the URL. So since this value can be dynamic, for this, we are going to define a route where we will specify a route parameter. So here, let me create another route where I'm going to handle a GET request. So for that, I'm going to use this GET method. And there, I'm going to specify the route as /API /v1/hotels slash, and then this last segment is going to be a dynamic value. Its value can change. So here I'm going to use a route parameter. And to specify a route parameter, we use colon, and then we specify a name for the route parameter. Here I'm going to call the route parameter as ID. And then as the second argument here, we can pass the route handler function, and this route handler function is going to receive the request object as well as the response object. Now, let's say we want to read the value of this ID route parameter. How can I read that? For that, on the request object, we have a property called params. So here let me write a console.log statement, and to read the route parameters on the request object, we can access the params property, and this params property, it is going to be an object, and in that object the route parameter name will be a property, and the value specified for that route parameter name. For example, here we are specifying this value 10 in place of this ID route parameter. So that value will be assigned to that property, but it will be assigned as a string value like this. Okay, so let me actually show you that. So before that, let me also send a response from here. So for that, I can say response.send, and from here, let's send a text response saying API called, just a simple response. We are going to change it later. Let's save the changes. And now let's go to the Postman. Let me open a new tab here. And from here, I want to make a GET request. And let me copy this URL. Let's paste it here. And here, I want to make a GET request to root URL /API /v1/hotels slash, and then here we are going to specify the value for ID route parameter. So here I'm going to pass maybe 5. Okay, now when I send this request, we have received this response API called, and since from our code we are logging this params object, this params property of this request object, if I go to terminal, there you will see an object has been logged. So this object is basically the params object, and in there we have a property called ID. So this name is same as the name of the route parameter which we have specified here, and that is assigned with a value. It is assigned with this value 5, and this 5 it is read from this URL. So instead of ID we have specified 5, so that 5 has been read and it has been assigned to this ID property. And one very important point which you need to remember here is, here if you notice that the value 5 is read as a string value. So remember that whenever you read something from a URL, if you are reading a route parameter or if you are reading the value of a query string, all of them will be read as a string value. So if you want to use them in your code, then you might have to typecast it to the proper type. So here I want to use this ID value in order to fetch a hotel where the ID matches this ID property value. And in my hotels object, you will notice that ID is a numeric value. So here I will first have to convert this string 5 to number 5 before using it. Okay, in the same way, if you have a route parameter where you're passing a Boolean value true or false, that will also be read as a string value. So first, you will have to convert it to Boolean type in order to use it in your code. All right, now here, currently we are specifying a single route parameter, but if you want, you can also specify multiple route parameters. For example, here I can go ahead and I can specify another route parameter. For that, I can use colon followed by the name for the route parameter. So for example, here let me pass name. So now in this endpoint, we have two route parameters. So if I try to make a request to this endpoint, but there, if I don't pass the value for name route parameter, you see what happens if I send the request. Here in the response, we are receiving 404 not found. And that is correct because we do not have any route defined in our Express application which matches this URL pattern. Here, when we have specified two route parameters, that means in the URL, we will have to pass the value for both the route parameters. Then only the URL format will match that route pattern. So here, if I pass a value for the name parameter also, let's say test, and now if I send the request, now we will not get 404 response. Now this API has been called and it has returned us this response. And now if I go to terminal, there you will see that an object has been logged, and in that object we have both ID property and name property, and these properties are assigned with the value which we have passed in the URL, so 5 and test. So remember that this params property of this request object, it is going to store an object where we will have properties with the route parameter name, and for those properties we will have a value which will be read from the URL which we have received on the server. Okay, now if you want, you can also make a parameter optional. So currently if I don't specify a value for name route parameter, we saw that it is throwing 404 not found response. But if I go ahead and if I make this name parameter optional, for that I can use this question mark. But remember that if you are using Express version 5, then in that case this question mark will not work. If you are using Express version lower than 5, that means if you are using Express version 4 or lower version, there this syntax will work. But in Express version 5 and in higher versions, this syntax will not work. This question mark will not make this name route parameter optional. And you will also see an error in the terminal. If I go back, you see in the terminal, I have an error. So to make a parameter optional in Express 5 and higher version, we cannot use this question mark. There, what we need to do is, we need to wrap that parameter which we want to make optional within curly braces like this. And when we are wrapping it within curly braces, we should wrap it with the preceding slash, colon, and then the name of the route parameter. And now this ID route parameter is mandatory, but this name parameter is optional. So if I save the changes, if I go to the terminal, we do not have any error. And if I go to Postman, and now if I try to send a request to that route without specifying the value for name route parameter, I should not get 404 response. If I send the request, you see I'm getting the proper response, the response which we are sending from this API, from this route handler function. So in Express 5 and higher version, if you want to make a parameter optional, you have to use this approach where you have to wrap your route parameter name within curly braces, and while wrapping you also need to wrap the preceding slash, colon, and then the name of the route parameter. Now here I don't want to have this name route parameter, so I will remove it. Okay, I just want to have the ID route parameter, and using this ID route parameter, I want to find a hotel object whose ID matches the value of this ID route parameter, and that I want to send in the response. And this we are going to implement in our next lecture. In this lecture, I just wanted to show you how we can read the value of a route parameter. There is one more thing which I want to show you before wrapping up this lecture. So let's get back the optional route parameter here. If I save the changes and if I make a request from the postman, we have not got any error. But if I go to the terminal, the params object which has been logged here, there you will see that we only have ID property. We do not have name property because name property is optional here. And for that, we have not passed any value from the client. So in that case, that name property has not been created for the param object. But if I go ahead and if I specify a value for the name property, let's say John, and now if I send the request, and if I go back to the terminal, now you will see that now the name property has been added to the params object, and it is assigned with the value which we have passed from the client in the URL. So this is very important. If you're not passing a value for your optional route parameter, In that case, a property will not be created for that route parameter in the params object. And this is only true for Express 5 and higher versions. In Express 4, when you use question mark to make a route parameter optional, something like this, in that case, even though if you don't specify a value for the optional route parameter from the client, then also a property will be created for that, but that will be assigned with the value undefined. All right. So this is all from this lecture. I will remove this optional route parameter from here. In the next lecture, we will see how we can fetch a hotel object based on its ID from this hotels.json file. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.